I'm going to tell you things that no one has told you. So this is going to be a combination of a reading with lots of guidance and advice for manifesting the things that you want. But the key to manifesting is always detachment. Yes, I speak about it so much on my channel. I've seen, real results, not only in my own life, but with the clients that I help. And I think what's really quite significant is everybody talks about manifesting and how it's important and, to get the things you want. But there's a very specific way in which you have to manifest that people cannot quite figure out. And many of you have probably successfully manifested, some things here and there. But there is, one key to it. And this key is something that not everyone, sadly, can figure out. And that is literally detachment. Okay, so for example, ask yourself, can I detach and can I let go of control on something that I can't control? And if the answer to that is no, I need to constantly figure it out, I overthink about it, I need to hold on to certain things because I feel like I'm just going to lose control of it, then that means that detachment is not really taking place, right? If you feel like you have to hold on to it, you need it constantly, it's something that you have to constantly figure out, then it means that the opposite is happening. So what I'm going to teach you is how to detach, because detachment is going to bring you everything you want in your life and more. Okay, and that's just what it's going to do. So I think that that's a very significant aspect to things. And this is the key, okay? This is the key to the lock, because you want to open the lock. I know you do. This is the key. So there are many ways to go about detachment, and I'm going to explain it as we go through the cards as well. And I just wanted to do my little introduction first. Like, if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out, the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase any, intention items, any readings, any services, everything's linked down below on shopmoonlightguidance.com. So there's private services like the private tarot readings, rituals to manifest different areas of your life, healing work, black magic energy removal, prayers. And there's also the intention items, which thousands of people have seen results with. The review section for that is at the bottom of my website. There is the, bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, wallet or purse, sage bundles, teas, candles, etc. For various intentions that you want to manifest. And the intention items I make actually work with detachment. So if you are struggling tremendously with detachment, these items can actually help your energies to detach, and that will spiritually trigger your intention to come towards you. And that's how all of the intention items actually work on my website. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that as well, is that if you are struggling to detach, those items can help you in many ways. It helps your energies, your emotions, and then it brings you what you want. So I just thought I'd mention that. It is not, spell work. It is not, based in that sense. It actually helps you and then triggers your intention to come towards you without bending someone else's, free will or anything like that. All right, so there are many ways to work around detachment, and we literally see here the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, okay? So if you are letting your say, for example, you want money, okay? Let's just say that's an example. You want money, but you're letting that then burden you in your day-to-day life, where you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'll never be happy without, this amount of money. I will never fully feel fulfilled with this amount of this. Or if you want love and you're saying to yourself, I need this particular person, otherwise I'll never be happy in my life, then you are not detaching, okay? So what's happening here is that you're actually creating a lot of attachment, and attachment is going to slow things down. It's only going to further burden you. It's only going to further create situations that you don't want. And that's energetically doing so on a spiritual level. So what has to happen is the cycle has to break, and that is literally the 9 of Pentacles. It's about putting yourself first. It's about having gratitude towards the things that you have got in your life right now, despite knowing that, yes, I do want this amount of money and I do want this amount of stability, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with manifesting things that you would like. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It becomes a problem when you let that control your day-to-day life, and it becomes a problem when you can't then, be happy in your day-to-day life without that. Because the thing with manifesting is that things will come to you when you least expect it. It will come to you when you're happy with where you are. And that's really the main aspect here, is that the 9 of Pentacles literally shows that the more you are okay with where you are right now, the more your manifestations will work for you and progress for you and fulfill what you want in terms of your desire. And that is the most significant thing here with the 9 of Pentacles, is that it's going to come to you when you're okay with where you are right now. Even if your circumstance is really, painful, sad, frustrating, just being able to take care of yourself during this time, look after yourself, is going to help you a lot, okay? And that's what we have there, and that will really allow things to come rushing in for you rather than doing the opposite. So I always talk about this sort of hand movement when I talk about manifesting. So if you feel like you always have to like hold on to things, otherwise they're going to like, you know, disappear or go, then that's fear, right? Fear is attachment. Fear is hurting you, you know, like this. But love is detachment. Love is being able to let other people do what they are doing without like forcing or needing certain things to happen a certain way. Love is also very freeing, you know, like yes, it's vulnerable because oh look, something can fall down, but actually this is the energy in which the universe can put something into your hands, not this, right? Fear and attachment, how does it happen? Detachment, boom. All right, so that's the thing. If you are holding on to a situation that is so painful for you, yet you're wondering like why things aren't really moving forward, it's because that's attachment. It's doing the complete opposite. You know, putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, putting yourself on the pedestal is actually what's going to help people to recognize your worth and your value and yourself. And that can be done via various aspects or range of things. The most common version of doing that is through spiritual practice. Okay, there are 3 things I'm going to mention here. Number 1 is healing. Healing is very powerful because when you heal, you are detaching. Okay, you're literally detaching, you're moving forward, you're moving on, and you are progressing. So healing is key, absolutely key in anything. Okay, the second one is meditation. Meditation is also natural detachment. When you meditate, you're focusing on your breath and your body rather than all of the other things that have been going on. And over time, when you meditate, you will also activate your third eye, which will allow your energies to balance so that your emotions are not overriding your intuition. And your intuition can stand strong to make certain decisions that are best for you by warding away certain situations and attracting what truly is best for you. You can also sleep better, you can have better focus, your chakras can be in a much better place, your body as a whole can feel more relaxed and stressed, hence your health can also be better as well. But also, meditation helps you tremendously to detach. And when you do that, you are attracting everything for your highest good because your aura is very strong and very powerful. When you meditate, you can also shield away energies that are negative, like evil eye. You can also shield away black magic. You can also shield away things like, voodoo and hexes and things like that. But I will say, okay, one-time meditation isn't going to cut it. I hate to be this blunt, but meditating once and then thinking to yourself, no, I can't do this, it's not going to help. You have to meditate every single day, lifelong. I know that sounds like a huge commitment, but even on days you get sick, you don't have to like meditate. But what I'm trying to say is that to do it every single day is going to be one of the greatest things that you can do in terms of things that you want to manifest, in terms of how you feel, in terms of just, generally feeling really good as well. So I highly recommend meditating 20 minutes a day, every single day. Wait for 3 months and then see how you feel, because in 3 months' time, if you do that for 3 months consecutively, you will see a result. Okay, so if you want to detach, also meditation helps tremendously, because in time you will then start to realize like, oh, this situation really isn't good for me, I better it's better I walk away from that. So meditation can actually allow you to detach from certain situations as well. Okay, shadow work healing can also help as well. I offer a service on that too, so if anyone is interested, I very much so I offer that. You can also do research on that online for yourself if you wanted to as well. But yeah, that's very powerful, because that again is healing. Healing helps with detachment. Detachment helps your manifestations. There was another thing I was going to mention, and that was mantras. Okay, so mantras are really, really powerful, very, very strong. There are lots of mantras also through YouTube videos that you can watch, and prayer beads. So you can do your mantras on a prayer bead, on the prayer bead necklace, and it's also called a mala. Like I call it a mala, which is why I struggle to like call it like a prayer bead necklace, But you do the japa, and it's 108 beads on a prayer necklace usually, and you can do 1 round. Sometimes you can do 2, 3, 4, But mantras are really, really powerful. I highly recommend, especially if you're struggling with, let's say, protection. You want protection, then any of the Ganesha or Lord Ganesh mantras can be very powerful in that sense. If you are struggling with money and wealth, then any of the goddess Lakshmi mantras can be really powerful as well. So, for example, for Lord Ganesh, it would be Om Gam Gampataya Namaha. And for for Goddess Lakshmi, it would be Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha, although she has so many mantras, right? So I think that's really quite significant, is that you can literally go online and have a look and do your own research in regards to, which mantras are best for you. So mantras can help tremendously, but remember that when you do mantras, your energy that you emit into those mantras has to be, in a place where it's not, you're not saying it with fear, you're not saying it with sadness or anger or frustration, because otherwise you attract more of that. So mantras have to be said when you are feeling calm and at peace. You can do it after a meditation, you can do it when you feel really relaxed. It's best to do it when you know that the energy that you're putting into the mantras is as best as you can get it from yourself, right? So I think that's another thing I just have to mention. But the Fool definitely goes to show that detachment really helps you in all aspects to, really get yourself to that particular place. And, it's that light and bright, airy energy that actually brings everything you want to you. I hate to say this, but yeah, a lot of the times if you're crying and upset and sad that things aren't really working out for you, it's in those moments that things aren't really going to come to you. For example, if you're waiting for somebody to call you and really validate your emotions, it's not in the moment of you sitting there and crying over them that they're going to come towards you. They're usually going to come to you when they see you living your best life. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It really is the truth. And I'm so sorry. Like, I know this from my own personal experience and life experiences, that is also very true. I've seen this happen to countless amounts of people. I know that it's happened to you as well, that when you're crying and sitting there and hoping for something, it usually doesn't come in that moment, but it comes when you literally least expect it. And then also when you're just busy doing other things, it comes to you and you're thinking, what? But why now? I would have loved it so much more had it happened when I was actually upset. But that's the thing. That's the thing with life. And yeah, it just is. It is what it is. What can I say? It is what it is, Now, there was a book I know that I mentioned in terms of, it's gold dust. This book is gold dust. But the thing is, when I mentioned it in one of my videos, I know that so many of you had been searching for it, and I realised that it's not actually available. There's one article on this book if you were to Google the author, and there's nothing else. I genuinely thought that they would have reproduced this book, or it must be available somewhere on Amazon, here, there, independent, bookshops, but no, it's not anywhere. So I feel really bad, having brought it up in one of the last videos. No one said anything negative or anything like that, but I just feel really bad because I know that so many of you were really looking for it. I just wanted to mention that I can't find it either. I cannot find it anywhere else. It's sitting on my table right now. It's called the Divine Scriptures, by the way, if anyone is wondering. But yeah, I can't find it. I even tried to do research. I even tried to contact my guru in India to see if there is, it's available there, or if there's anything similar. So I'm waiting to hear back, but I think the main thing here is that it's very hard to find that book. There is another book, which is called The Secret, which is very, very popular. It is on Amazon. It is everywhere. I mean, I could find it in the small little town I live in. So, if I can find it here, it can be found anywhere. So, this is good for beginners. It's a very, I hate to say it in this way, but it is a mainstream book. It's widely available. Has it got the things that the Divine Scriptures has got? Absolutely not. That is a completely different book in itself. Also, the Divine Scriptures book is definitely more from, the other part of the world. It's not, the Western world. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well, is that, I know some people are more concerned about sort of their own religion than their faith. But I will say that, it's more spiritual than it actually is religious. And I think that's the main thing that I also want to point out as well, is it literally talks about, black magic. It talks about manifesting. It literally had the words manifesting in it as well. And it's got all of the mantras and the scriptures. So, it's a book that actually is very universal. It's not, religious in that sense. It's very incredible. By the way, I just thought I'd show it to you if anyone really is wanting to kind of do research and try and find a way around things, or you may know somebody, then I will show you. Okay, this is the author, Pavan Sharma, MA. This is the book. It is very old. That's the thing. It's very old, and I believe my dad gave this to me, but they've had it a very, very long time, and you can literally see how used it is. You can see how red it is. You can literally see Look at that. Okay, it's very, very used, and it's very old as well, so that's why I think it's not available. But I know so many of you had comments, so I thought let me just address it in this one, because I feel like a lot of you who watched that video will definitely click and watch this one. Hopefully that's the case. And this is a book, okay? So this is by there is another one. Oh, no, I forgot it. It's the main book. This is not the main book. Let me see if I can find it online. But this is The Secret. You'll find this pretty much everywhere. It's by Rhonda Byrne. Abraham Hicks, I believe. Hold on a second. Is like yeah, so Abraham Hicks also has books on the law of attraction. So, you know, you can always just Google her as well. She's absolutely brilliant in that sense too, with the books that she has written. So you can find those as well. But this is one that I have. Really great. Okay, really, really good as well. And what? Oh, this is an interesting one. I just turned it to a page and it says, James Ray, every great teacher who has ever walked the planet has told you that life was meant to be abundant. Well, you got to live in that energy, right? To attract it, you got to live in that energy. So the thing here is exactly what I also mentioned as well, is that in order to attract what you want, you've got to live in the energy that you want to be in. This is not going to manifest it, right? So that's really true in so many ways, is that you will get that when you're vibrationally in that level. If you want a lot of money, you got to live, you know, abundantly, like you you know, not to say that you have to spend lots of money, you know, in that sense, but you got to live in that vibrational energy to be able to attract it. If you want true love, then you've got to love yourself. You've got to be there for yourself. You've got to commit to yourself and be okay with being by yourself. Otherwise, otherwise it's codependency and, you know, this sense of neediness and pain and sadness, and that's not going to attract the right kind of energy in return. So I think that's very true. See, this book is great. It's amazing. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Just want to, you know, mention that I bought this with my own money the other day. Even though we say we have lack, it's because we don't open up our vision and see all of what is around us. So this is about, you know, seeing what is around you. It's about knowing that you can do this. And that's quite an important aspect as well. But yeah, it's amazing. It talks about energy healing. It does talk about health as well. Yeah, see, the secret to health. It talks about everything. It talks about money. See, to attract money, focus on wealth. Boom, that's the Nine of Pentacles. You know, this is a very wealthy card actually, because this woman, she's by herself, right? But she feels wealthy. She feels good, and that's why she's attracting a lot of that as well. It's impossible to bring more money into your life when the focus is on the lack of it. There you go. Okay, everything I mentioned is part of this as well. You know, yes, there are certain things that can get in the way, okay, of attracting everything you want. There are other factors as well, you know, destiny and fate. I mean, people talk about that, but I think the main thing here as well is that in certain cases, especially for people that have struggled so much with money, is that they will get to that point, but sometimes it's slower. You know, sometimes people are jealous. They'll do things like black magic and things like that, and you know, and then they can go through a period of like, you know, just feeling like it's not happening. In which case, you know, you may want to do a black magic removal. But sometimes it's astrology as well. There's, you know, a period of time where you may find that not a lot is happening, but then as soon as the planets go into a certain alignment, things then start to change for you. So it's not, you know, like it's not ever going to happen. Oh, it will happen. It's got to be in the right moment as well. Okay. Detachment is the key, okay? The law of attraction works brilliant with all the other laws, whether it's, you know, the law of affirmation, law of assumption, but the main one is the law of detachment, because the law of detachment actually helps everything for your highest good to come to you. So if you even just focus on detachment, you are naturally, because you know what you want in life, right? You know exactly what you want. I don't think you don't have to say it out to the universe, but you already know, and that is you manifesting. But if you focus on the law of detachment first, everything you then want will start to fall into place. And that's just the key. It's the key to the lock. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I just hope that somebody clicks on it who needs help with manifesting and wanting, you know, everything in their life to kind of fall into place the way they want it. I just hope that they click on this, you know, because I feel like if I call this video the law of detachment, very few people are going to be tempted to want to click on it, because they're going to think detachment means letting go. Oh my god, I don't want to let things go, you know. So I hope that, you know, you kind of get where I'm going with this. But again, that's what the reading is about, so it's also about manifesting. Yes, sometimes you really got to let things go, you know, in order to get what's for your highest good. And that's the thing, is that you may think you know what you want, but the universe knows what you really want. And that's the part that can feel so frustrating, because you know what you want, but at the same time the universe is like, but we know that you deserve 10 times better. And by detaching, you may feel that you're losing out on an abundance that is present in your life, but actually you're going to get tenfold more in the future, which is going to be better than what you let go of anyways. Let go, wow. My vocabulary is on a very good level today. Let go. What you let go of. So yeah, you know, 5 of Cups here. This energy is not going to attract what you want. We've got to, you know, there's going to be a place of acceptance where you accept that, okay, this is where I am right now. You know, it's not where I want to be, but things will get better. You know, one foot in front of the other. Know that you can live in this energy and in this vibrational field, okay, and then it's all going to start flowing in, and it will start flowing in when you're not waiting for it to happen. So please don't wait. And remember, I never ever recommend waiting in any of my videos, because it slows things down. It doesn't really allow things to progress. In fact, it just makes things feel 10 times worse, right? So let go of the expectation of waiting for something to happen, because remember, things are going to happen when you least expect it, not when you're waiting around for it. So it's literally about continuing on with your day-to-day life. Of course you can watch tarot readings, but after that, you know, continue with your day-to-day life. And of course you can manifest when there is a new moon, or do releasing rituals on a full moon. Absolutely. Don't feel like you can't do those things. But if you find yourself getting very heavily attached to something, it's good to sort of withdraw and find, you know, the balance within your own energy. Of course, meditation is key, because look, the Hanged Man is literally ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the most spiritual planet. It's also to do with, you know, your intuition and your soul's journey and healing, but also it's connected to Pisces, which we know is very, very heavily connected also to meditation and the spiritual aspect of things. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. It's only a matter of time before all your abundance does come through, but you've got to kind of let go of certain ways of control and neediness that can slow down what you want to have, you know? It's going to come. Make no mistake about it. These things will absolutely come into your life. It is a process though, and I think that's the main thing. The main thing here is that it's a process, but things will absolutely manifest and come towards you and progress towards you, and what you want will absolutely happen, whether it's for love or life or health or wealth or whatever it is. It will come. It just has to be manifested in a very specific way, and if you can follow the way of doing it, which by the way, it's not like rules like, oh, you do this and then you get this and you get this and you get this. Everyone finds it very difficult to detach or to find a way that works for them. You just have to find the way that works for you. It's a little bit like getting to like a health goal, or say for example you want to be healthy, but then there's so many different foods on the market and you're thinking, oh, you know, which healthy ones work for me, you know, which lifestyle works for me. It's like when people are trying to find out, you know, the right diet or the right way of eating for them. Which way works for you? Which way works for your body? That's important. It's like that with manifesting as well. Which way works for you when it comes to that? Which way works when you have to detach? It's about finding the way that works for you. And I think that you have found, I think that this reading will help you find a way that genuinely works for you. So what I would say is that there is an affirmation to this reading, and the affirmation is, I am detached. Because you know what that does? It attracts everything you want. Yes, yes, yes. Detachment is the key to the law of attraction, and you found the key today. I think some of you found the key before as well, you know, especially if you've been watching my videos for a while. But your affirmation here is, I am detached. So comment it down below, share it amongst yourselves. I love reading the, you know, the affirmations that you guys leave as well. It's amazing. So yeah, I am detached. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on personal services, free reading giveaway, and intention items, which are on my website. And this is your reading. This is your reading. I also have TikTok and Instagram. I post short readings on there every day, so definitely do find me on there if you wanted to. Check me out on there, if you wanted to, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone. Bye.